Good evening, class. It's Mrs. Albright, and tonight we are going to be working on Module 5, Lesson 35. And our objective is to learn how to multiply a whole number by a fraction using the associative property. So in the past, we have already learned how to multiply a whole number by a unit fraction. And remember, a unit fraction is just one fractional unit. So today we're going to be making that a little bit more difficult. And this is going to be a very short and sweet lesson, so make sure you have your scratch paper or a whiteboard to practice, and let's get ready. To introduce this concept, we're going to start with something really simple, 4 times 3 centimeters. Now, we know if we were multiplying this, if I took parentheses and put them around the 4 and the 3, we would say 4 times 3 equals 12. So 4 times 3 centimeters is going to be 12 centimeters. The fact that our unit of measure is centimeters isn't changing. It's only the quantity of that unit that's changing. So we want to keep that in mind as we start multiplying fractions. We can apply this same concept if this number were a fraction instead of a unit of measurement like centimeters. For example, here we have 4 times 3/5. Again, it's the same numbers. If I put these in parentheses, 4 times 3 equals 12. So I can say 4 times 3/5 equals 12 fifths. That's all there is to it. If I'm looking at this written out as a fraction instead of in word form, that 3/5 would look like this. All we're doing is multiplying the 4 by the 3/5, so I can rewrite this fraction as 4 times 3 over the 5, and then the 4 times 3 is 12, and we're using fifths. So as you can see, this unit of measure, the fact that our unit is fifths, does not change. That is still there in our product. We're not changing the size of the unit, we're only changing the number of units. I have 4 equal groups of 3/5. If I were to draw that out as an area model, I could draw this one block where this is 1/5, 1/5, 1/5. So this represents my fraction here. 3/5 is 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5. And if I drew this 4 times, because I have 4 equal groups, and if each of these were 1/5, you can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 4 equal groups of 3/5. Here's another one. Instead of writing it out in unit form, it's just written out as a fraction. We have 5 times 3/4. So if I wrote this out in unit form, 5 times 3/4, all I have to do is multiply my 5 times the 3, which is 15, and so my answer is 15/4. And I can write that as a fraction just like that. Another way of writing this, 5 times 3/4, that would be equal to 5 times 3 over 4. Now for bonus points, I'm going to be asking you to turn these improper fractions into mixed numbers. All right, it's time for you to try it. Our first problem is 8 times 2/3. So the first part of the problem is the improper fraction. The bonus is turning that back into a mixed number. Next problem, 12 times 3/10. And again, improper fraction, and then the second part, turn that into a mixed number. Next problem is 9 times 4/9. So please give me that answer as an improper fraction and then as a mixed number. And finally, 7 times 3/4. Again, an improper fraction and then a mixed number. Please bring any questions you have back to class tomorrow. I look forward to working with you on this more, and make sure you go back and rewatch the video if you're having trouble answering any of these. Have a great night. See you in the morning.